Wooks and Warlocks contains sex, drugs, and rock and roll, and as such is intended for adults. Listener discretion is advised. Content warning can be found in the description.
Alright folks, let me check my list here. Alright, playing out an adventure of magic using dice, check. They don't have houses, check. And it looks like they're killing everyone they meet. Yep, we've fallen into a murder hobo adventure, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Wooks and Warlocks.
Hello and welcome to Wooks and Warlocks, a role-playing tour through the summer of love. In this podcast, we will be playing out a story of adventure and magic, using dice and skills to determine the outcomes of our actions. My name is Trey Miller, and I will play the role of Game Master for this journey. I am joined by 6 of the finest folks to roll the dice. Please introduce yourselves and your characters.
I'm Anthony Ryan. I'll be playing Xantor, the Bugfolk Ranger.
Hi, I'm Joshua Fox, and I'll be playing Brody Malone, man, and he's a bard, figuring out his new bard stuff.
I'm Vanessa Suchek, and I will be playing Remy Riz, an inquisitive rogue ratfolk.
My name is John Lombardi. I'll be playing Eli Woodstone, the farm wizard elk folk transmutation specialist.
I am Lawson McClure. I'll be playing Norlin, the good boy.
My name is Jessie. I will be playing Granny Glinda. She is a half fox folk rogue.
When we last left our intrepid adventurers, the sun was rising on the second day at Valley Jam. With new friends added to their crew, the Happy Tricksters had a wild first day of Valley Jam, filled to the brim with hamster dance jams, food and drinks, a little bit of shopping, and wild and wanton arson and murder as they tracked down the violent, power-hungry gassers and heaven's devils, hidden in the backwoods of the festival, distributing mysterious gases and hard drugs to the festival goers, and murdering members of the fuzz who attempted to put them down. With these gangsters was the guerrilla folk wook musician Raccoon. After the party dispatched Raccoon, Xantor found on his person the ancient astrolabe that had accompanied Remy Riz to the future, which had previously been stolen by the Wooks. Victory was cut short from celebration as the fuzz rushed to the camp where the party had dispatched the gangsters, and the Happy Tricksters, travelers from the past, and Brody Malone were forced to take flight into the woods. They returned to the festival as the headlining act, What, finished, and they followed the ocean of festival goers as they moved through the paths and traveled back to their camp in the Happy Tricksters van. When they arrived, they found Owlsley intoxicated, presenting them with mountains of grilled cheese, and the group played songs, danced with lights and water, and entertained their neighbors until the wee hours of the morning. Their neighbors none the wiser to the madness that it unfolded. As the sun rose, King Kenzie took this as his sign to hit the sack. Owlsley followed shortly, John Paul and Penny Lane tucking into their various camping areas. Do you all choose to take their cue and get a long rest, or do you stay up and party through with your neighbors at the festival?
Xantor stays up.
Party on, brother.
Norlin would like to party.
Well, I think I'm too old to be having parties. At my age, I've seen far too many, and I think it's time for me to go to bed and save my energy for tomorrow.
Lady, I just saw you bounce off a tree, bounce off a wall, and then bounce off a tree again, and then bounce off a wall. You're hiding some crazy energy in there, girl. You sure you don't want to party?
Well, I'm awfully tired after doing all that bouncing.
Fair enough.
I'm with Granny Glinda on being tired, but this will be my first party, so I'm down to party.
Eli would have gone to bed as the camp got invaded by other strangers.
So he's been long since asleep.
Yeah.
All right, great. So that's an awesome perspective to work on for this. So everyone who went to sleep is going to wake up at about 2 p.m., having long rested, which I believe is that just Granny Glenda and the Happy Tricksters?
And Eli.
Eli is a separate thing. We'll talk about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Everyone who stayed awake throughout the night is going to take one level of exhaustion, which means you have disadvantage on all of your ability checks. But your neighbors were so entertained by your antics and your party prowess that they gifted you each with 2 bottles of delicious beverages that will work as standard healing potions. So if you stayed up partying, you now have 2 healing potions. Elijah, you went to bed much earlier than everyone else, and so about halfway through the partying, you wake up to see your companions deep in the cups, sweating as the morning sun takes to the sky, dirty from a night of adventure, violence, and good old-fashioned festival fun. You are relatively clean, well-rested, and awake to a scene out of a teen movie where these people party all night long.
Would you say I'm long rested?
You have long rested. Everyone who rested is long rested.
I can still spend like some hit die to get, because it's a short. Do I count as a short rest?
You guys can take a short rest if you didn't long rest.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm gonna greet the sunrise with a little walk, and I'm gonna look for maybe like some hot liquid, like hot morning Joe.
All right. Yeah. So.
Not really leaving the campsite, but more walking around the campsite.
Sure. So, as you're walking around, you notice that your campsite has a small kitchen set up, and it looks like Penny Lane and John Paul have set up a burner with some pans and pots, and it looks like there's a small device where you have seen them make coffee before. It's a percolator. And you have seen that they typically, there's some combination of actions where they put the grounds in the percolator, they put the water in the percolator, and then they put it on the stove.
I'm gonna say that I would have, like everything else that I learned, if I've seen them do this, I would have wrote it down almost like a spell in my moleskin.
All right.
So that way I could try to.
So
repeat
roll
the
with
process.
advantage, and we'll call it Arcana to interact with this technology that you're unfamiliar with.
Oh, nice. 26.
So with your 26, you successfully use the percolator to produce a delicious pot of coffee. And as you drink it, you feel invigorated and energized for the day. And we're going to give you advantage on sleight of hand, acrobatics, and athletics checks. As the camp begins to stir and those that have been awake partying continue their revelry, the hamster dance plays its long 3-hour second set from the main stage. Penny Lane awakes at 2 and a start. Oh my goodness, I'm going to miss the last of the set. They've only got 1 more hour of hamster dance. I slept in. Oh my goodness. And you're going to see Penny with makeup melting off of her face, her clothes hanging loose from her body. She darts off towards the stage and is going to run to see her favorite act, which is, of course, the mystic or the malevolent mountain orchestra playing the hamster dance for 3 hours. She just loves hearing Eminem play 3 hours of the hamster dance. The rest of the crew wakes. John Paul steps out of his tent. King Kenzie. I slept quite well. How about you all? I feel very, very rejuvenated and invigorated. My goodness, did you all sleep at all? He's going to look at the Brody, Xantor, Remy, and Norlin.
No, I did not sleep a wink. We partied till the sun came up. It was a blast.
Well, I understand it's fun.
Don't let this guy fool you. He can cut a rug if he needs to.
It was fucking awesome, man. We had a great time.
Well, I hope you made friends with the neighbors. That's what this is all about, making friends and family along the way.
Yeah, they gave us a bunch of cool drinks, but I am exhausted.
Yes, well, that will happen if you stay up all night, especially if you've been drinking.
Till the break of dawn.
To the blood of our enemies.
What the hell, Xantor?
JK, guys.
He's been saying weird stuff like that all night, man.
Yes, it is quite off-putting at times.
It's how the train a dragon.
The party was fun, but I don't know if it was the right choice. I'm full of a lot of cheese.
He looks over where the plate of grilled cheeses was and sees that it is utterly empty, and there are like the teeth marks of a chittering mouse on the platter itself, as though in the throes of your intoxication you attempted to eat the very plate that the grilled cheeses were on. The morning continues on, and you hear noises coming from the van. Now, Owlsley has not exited the van. A strange steam comes from the windows. You hear bubbling, gurgling, fluids moving through tubes. You hear, hoo-hoo, yes, that's it, hoo-hoo, I've done it, hoo-hoo. And then finally, the doors of the van fly open, and Owlsley, eyes twice as wide as the full moon saucers they were last night, steps out and steps up to Xantor. Oh, Xantor, I've done it! Oh, you have to try it, we have to do it all together, everyone, we have to try it! We're going to meet the gods! I have distilled the liquid spittle of a drake.
Bro. What? Did you, what?
Remember, who?
No, I remember you did it, though. You did it.
Well, I tried some last night, and I had quite the transformative experience.
That's it? That's it in your hand? That's it right there?
He's holding
Drake!
a
And he's
vial.
like yelling for Drake to come out and like make sure this is okay. And Drake like comes out and is like, you know, buddying up to you and stuff. Apparently y'all been doing stuff behind my back, and that's okay. I mean, I'm aware of it. Like Xantor's aware, but he didn't know it had advanced this far, and he's like just in amazement. And he's like looking to Drake, and Drake like nods to him. They make an eye contact, and like, so now Xantor's like cool and kind of like turns his little mouth, you know, to the side, his little bug mouth, because he wants to drink it. He doesn't know if it's, he doesn't know, but he's like, give me some.
No, do not drink it. Oh, just a drop will do. Oh my goodness. Buy the ticket, take the ride, they say. One little drop will put you right on the bus, and we will be transcended. Why, I believe if we take it now, by the time the Warlocks play, we will be in the perfect place to see and meet and greet the gods. Woo!
Whoa. Yeah, no.
Owlsley,
Guys.
what is going on here? Do you all have any knowledge of this?
I was wondering if everyone was seeing what I was seeing. I licked some funny paper last night, and I cannot trust my eyes.
Oh no, this guy. Yeah, I don't, man, he might have gotten to your stuff.
There was nothing of mine available. Owlsley's looking at you curiously. There are many psychedelic substances that can be placed on a paper, but I am telling you now, this liquid spittle from a drake is the true fluff. It will take you to a place beyond this world in a way that those psychedelics you have been licking only pretend to, but we must do it together.
I'll lick it with you.
This might be the home lord of a demon god. I don't know. I love Drake. He's great, and this stuff could be like really awesome or really not. I just want to be forewarned. Anybody that's trying stuff from Drake, he's awesome but dangerous as well.
Granny Glinda's gonna offer up a cookie for each person for Owlsley to drop it on.
Oh, I'm definitely taking that, bro.
So Owlsley, in this sort of manic fit, twists and turns and is smiling, an excited, wide smile, and he takes his dropper and sucks up a dropper full of the fluid in this vial. Oh, don't be alarmed, you all. I suppose I should have told you, but I asked Xantor for a little bit of spittle from Drake, and I have used it, synthesized it, to make a special substance which I believe will help us answer the questions as to what and why you all are here. What has happened, and why has magic suddenly returned to this world? I believe that by doing it by myself I was able to get a threshold experience, but should we all dose together while the Warlocks play, I believe we will see the truth. And he sort of trails off, staring into the distance, and then snaps back to reality and takes his dropper and doop 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 doop, and he is going to dose up a cookie for each member of the party. John Paul, King Kenzie. He leaves a cookie for Penny Lane, but she has of course already left to go see the hamster dance. Well, I'll take Penny's, of course. I'll go ahead and grab it.
Granny Glinda takes one.
Do you eat it?
She'll wait for her companions to kind of...
Oh, I eat it immediately.
Owlsley says, yes, good, woo! King Kensley says, well, I've never experienced anything but the kindest intentions from you, Owlsley, and if you're a masterful wizard now, I assume you must have powers beyond my knowledge. I would love to know more about this world and what's happening. I will try one of your liquid spittle from a dragon drops, and he takes it and eats it.
Xantor takes one, but does not eat it yet.
Norland sniffs the cookie and then snarfles it up like...
Eli's gonna pretend to eat it, but sneakily drop it in his pocket. And with advantage, he rolled a 22.
Okay.
Sleight of hand.
Granny Glinda decides to eat hers after seeing a couple of the party members eat theirs.
Remy's gonna grab a cookie, but also takes out her astrolabe and asks advice if she should eat this or not. So she's gonna spin it.
So when she spins it, is there like images on it that indicate choices?
So I like to envision the medallion also has like other medallions within it, so it kind of like spins and it kind of like it's flat, but it can look round when it spins. If that makes sense.
So that describes how it looks, but it doesn't explain to me at all how the decisions are made. So is it going to spin and land on something that indicates your choice? If
Yes.
so, what is that?
So there's different gems on there, and there's a green one and a red one.
And green means stop and red means go? Probably the opposite. That was my joke.
Yeah.
Okay.
The opposite.
Oh man.
So
Cookies kicking in.
yeah, so you spin it to determine what happens. How are you going to play that out? Would you like to roll for it? Maybe
Yeah.
odds or evens?
Let's roll.
Odds will be
Let's
green,
do a
reds will be
D4.
even. Okay, great.
And
If
Would
you
you
roll
say
odds,
odds?
it will be green, evens will be red.
I rolled a 3.
Okay, so odds are green, so green light means go.
All right. This cookie does look delicious. Let's see where it takes me. So I eat it.
All right. So Xantor and Elijah have not eaten cookies. Everyone else has.
Xantor wants to use like draconic language and go like talk to Drake about it and see what Drake thinks.
All right, that's good.
So hey, Drake. God, I missed you, buddy. Man, so you've been working with Owsley, huh? Like, I mean, I know I've been leaving you in the van a lot, and it's just like, you know, man, just keep me posted, bro. I really love you. This is a lot, though. This is a lot. Have you seen the new fluid he made from your spittle? And is this cool? Should we? We're trying to eat it now and get fucking stoned. I guess.
Definitely.
Yeah, man, I can always trust you, Drake. You want to come see? You want to come with us? Fuck yeah, bro. Come on. So he like eats the cookie and brings Drake along. Let's fucking party, bro.
Yeah, so that leaves Elijah alone, has not eaten a cookie. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right. So the group eats their cookies.
I'll tell Elijah that like, hey, El, fucking Drake said the cookie's good, man. It was made from his own like juices, but he also said it was good to eat.
That cigarette we had with the Wooks that first time really messed me up. I'm a little terrified.
I get that. I'm super exhausted. Should not be doing drugs.
You should eat the cookie. It is a team building exercise.
I hand baked them myself.
Owsley looks at you, and his eyes are spinning giant saucers, and his little owl head is twisted like this, and like to the right, and kind of cocked. And he says, "Oh, you can definitely trust me. I am a chemist."
All right.
Not like there's
Air pressure.
All right, I'm gonna pull it out of my pocket where I tried to hide it, and then go ahead and eat it.
You hid that, huh? Okay.
I thought you already ate that, man. What the heck? Did you take 2?
No, I hid it, but I'll join the party, I guess. I'm probably gonna freak out.
Well, we'll need one DD at least. Is there anyone in the van?
That's what I'm saying. I kind of like the idea of there being a constant in the experiment.
As you ask that question, you look around and realize that everyone has in fact eaten their cookies.
We do still have a crazy like witch in a box in the
Except
back of the bus.
for Penelope. Or not Penelope, except for Penny Lane, who is down in the festival watching the hamster dance. How long do you hang out at camp before going down to the festival?
Did you eat the
Yeah, I ate it. I had a feeling we were kind of, I don't know, it felt like the mood was we were heading to the festival now. Like,
Cool, so you guys dose up and just head on down. So, as you walk to the festival, you don't notice any immediate changes. It's about a 5-10 minute walk to the vendor row. You hear in the distance the faint finishing of the last 20 minutes or so of the hamster dance being performed by Eminem, and you wander through vendor row. As you wander, the sound of the music begins to take on a solid feel, a thickness to the music. Becomes like an ocean that you can swim through as your spirit and body separate and combine in a fluid back and forth, while each step seems to take you in and out of reality. The music, previously feeling far away, suddenly envelops your consciousness, and for a moment, it is as though you yourself are a small furry rodent, jogging endlessly on a spinning wheel. And then suddenly you're snapped back into reality and you realize you have wandered in front of Jimmy Jam's vending booth. Well, hey y'all seem a little out of it. What's going on?
What's not going on?
What a great question, I suppose. I don't have an answer.
I am a mouse.
Well, she's definitely a mouse.
I am a mouse.
Brody, man, what did you guys take? Y'all got any more?
We ate some magic cookies, and they have turned us all into rodents.
John Paul looks up and says, well, I've got one more, but it's for Penny Lane, and I'm not sure if I'm going to find her or not. I hate to ruin my sister's trip, but I suppose Jimmy Jam I could... Oh, bird in the hand's worth two in the bush, as they say. If you'd like to join in the journey, I could give you this. And he's sort of got the same saucer eyes that you see with Owlsley, and he's smiling, and he reaches out a hand to Jimmy Jam, and he thinks that he has reached all the way over to Jimmy Jam, but he is like 15 feet away from Jimmy Jam, standing on the other side of his booth, offering the cookie to a mannequin.
Granny Glinda is just like staring at Jimmy Jam and smiling and not saying anything, but just very like intensely smiling at him.
Hey JJ, what's going on?
I am a hamster.
Man, y'all, that seems like some... Alright, I'm gonna go gobble that up. Hold on, let me go get that. And he's gonna go over to John Paul and he's gonna scarf down the cookie. He's gonna say, y'all need anything before I shut the store down? I am sure as heck not gonna be vending today. Y'all look higher than giraffe pussy.
3 hours. It's too much.
I need rope. Do you have any rope?
Yeah, rope's what I sell.
Yeah.
I got rope, I got chain, I got fish hooks, I got...
I will take all three, sir. But that's it. That's a lot of stuff. I really
So he's gonna come back. How much footage you want?
about 20 of each.
20 feet of rope and chain and
20 hooks.
20 hooks, all right. And he's going to go into the back room, and he's going to be back there for about 5 to 10 minutes. You're waiting, and then suddenly you're waiting for about 15 minutes. 20 minutes go by, and he doesn't come back out, and you all are on another wave in between worlds as the hamster dance finishes, and the next band takes to the stage, and you realize that you are hearing the band, the Crosby, Fidgets, Gums, and Olds, and these harmonies envelop you as four singers together make notes out of their voices. You are distracted, and you're going to need to roll a Constitution concentration check to see if you remember that you're looking for Jimmy Jam.
Just a straight check, not save.
Yeah, saving throw is fine.
19.
Natural 1 for Norland. He is tripping balls real hard.
8 for Remy.
And Granny Glenda got a 12.
So everyone is sort of milling about Jimmy Jam's booth. Even Xantor, the requester of the items, has forgotten.
I'll holler at him like, JJ!
No,
Good in there?
you've forgotten that he's back there.
I got
you
a 13.
You did not pass. But
It comes out as like, rah, rah,
yeah, in fact, you try to yell and it comes out as gibberish. But Elijah Woodstone, as you yell the gibberish, somehow understands that you're trying to contact Jimmy James, who has, in fact, been in the back room for over a half an hour now.
I guess I'm gonna go check it out. I'm gonna go back there.
You're gonna go by yourself?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you rush back
Figure
there.
everyone's high and preoccupied.
Yeah,
I'm on like trying to focus on something. So like my mission is like, wait, Jimmy Jam, and I'm just heading towards it.
So as you walk into the back, you see that Jimmy has somehow gotten the fishhooks stuck in his clothing, wrapped in the chain, and he has tied himself in a knot and is hanging from the rafters of his tent. And he says, "Help me, please! I got caught.
Jimmy Jam, what the hell are you doing up? What are you doing up
Man,
there?
I'm too high.
You are up there.
I'm real high right now. Would you just cut me down? You're my oldest friend. I love you, Elijah, but I'm scared.
I'm just so bad. You did that to yourself?
I'm so scared, Elijah. This is too strong.
It's amazing. It's impressive.
Please cut me down, Elijah, please.
Alright, stand still. I'm gonna cut you down.
What?
Where's this thing secured to?
It's so you see that it's somehow he has tangled the rope in the strong rafters that are the support beams that are holding up his tent, and he's just kind of spinning, stuck, his feet dragging on the ground, one arm hanging in the air, tied in both rope and chain, with fishhooks going through his clothing.
Alright, I'm gonna attempt to cut the strand that he's hanging by with a dagger through.
All right,
I'm gonna say stand still.
I can't move.
To all your listeners out there,
25.
What are we telling the listeners?
throwing knives on drugs. That's that's just what we're going for here. I love it.
I seem to be hyper focused on this LSD, if you would.
Yeah, you somehow managed to yes, LSD. You hear Owlsley from the other room. Oh, liquid spittle from a drake. Oh. And so Elijah throws the dagger, and it glints off of the metal of the chain to hit smooth in the tangled rope, dropping Jimmy Jam to the ground with a thud, and then a clink as the chains follow. Yeah, man, I ain't never gonna ever take drugs from y'all again, man. Y'all get higher than I like to be. And you just see him sort of attempting to walk, and it's like a silly walk from the Monty Python skit. He's like twisting a leg in one direction and then moving the other one. He's sort of walking with his feet sideways. He quacks like a duck a couple times, and he says, "All right, y'all go ahead and get out of my booth. I'm gonna have some personal time. I'm a little too high, but here, take Xantor his stuff, and yeah."
Just stay away from anything like sharp or stringy.
Well, Elijah, I want to give you a present, man. You came and saved me. Ain't nobody else cared about me, and I wanted you to have this hat anyway, so why don't you just take it? And he's going to go into his mannequin, and he's going to pull it's essentially like Gandalf's hat, but made out of straw.
The hat that I wanted to buy.
It's the hat that you wanted to buy, and it's going to add your strength modifier to any of your cantrips that you cast magically, and it's going to add your intelligence modifier to any attacks that you make with your horns or with weapons. This is called the hat of the Spellblade. Straw hat of the Spellblade. as you put the hat on your head, you realize that Jimmy has there's already holes in it for your antlers to go through, and so
Does it like open up?
It
like buckle around them?
It's like I pictured it like sort of like this magical elastic that expands, sort of like a bag of holding as wide as you need it to go around the antlers, and then snaps right back. Yeah, down. Yeah. So your like antlers are poking through this wide brimmed, large pointy hat, and you still have your cape as well. I'd like to remind the listeners. So the party, you return to the room to see your friends milling about, intoxicated, as the powerful liquid spittle from the Drake concentrated continues to move through your system. You find yourselves pulled towards the stage, where the beautiful harmonies resonate off the rock walls of the mountain around you. The music spins a tapestry of sound that carries you aloft to float in a place of near astral brilliance. You once more feel your body connecting and reconnecting to your spirit self as you wiggle and worm and move and begin to dance to the sound of the music uncontrollably. The harmonies continue, and you lose track of time as the afternoon goes on. You feel a change in the air around you. The energy becomes electric, and dozens of people begin to rush towards the stage. Then hundreds of people. Then suddenly thousands of humanoids and animal folk are moving en masse to the large stage at the far end of the valley field.
Do I perceive this?
Everyone, yeah, you guys all perceive it. This is all
I
happening.
think we should follow that crowd over there, man. I think someone's about to start performing. I bet the music's badass when you're feeling like this.
Follow the crowd.
That's creepy as hell. I like when she does that. It gets a little scary.
Absolutely, man. Go with the flow.
I would love to do whatever you say, Elijah.
Right, everyone sounds scary to me right now.
I am like a puppy. Would someone like to rub my belly?
I'll rub your belly.
Please rub my belly.
So King Kenzie is going to saunter over to Norlin the good boy, and he's going to begin rubbing your belly left counterclockwise, and he says, wait, no, that's not right, I have to do the other way. And he's going to roll clockwise, and I'm going to need you to make a we'll call it a constitution saving throw to see if you can hold back the fart that he is massaging out of your belly.
Really, this is getting weird.
What was that?
22.
Yeah, so you just rather than fart, you respond as a dog would to being rubbed on the belly. Your foot begins to tap.
One of my legs starts kicking, and I'm just rolling my belly. I'm starting to stretch out a little bit.
Come on, y'all, we've got to go. We've got to find Penny still. We haven't found her yet.
Penny!
She's probably at the stage. I know she loves the music. Oh my God, wait a minute. What time is it? And you see John Paul is using his hands to look up at the sun, and he's attempting to stack his hands on the horizon. He says, well, it looks like it's about 6 o'clock, 6:30. And you see a moment of sobriety flash on John Paul's face as he realizes, y'all, the Warlocks are about to start! And he is taking off, running in the direction of the stage along with the rest of this crowd. You lose sight of John Paul unless you choose to race along with him.
I can't see the Warlocks without my book. I'll look foolish.
Xantor gets into like bug mode, like on all like 4 arms and 2 legs, like down, and like scurries off if he can.
All right.
Something y'all have never seen, but it's like the drugs bring it out in them.
Are you following John Paul, or are you splitting off on your own?
To the stage.
Okay.
The stage.
But do you stay together with everyone?
He might pass John Paul. He moves pretty fast in bug mode.
All right, so you separate from the group as well. What's everybody doing?
Well, Xantar's gone. Let's just groove and frolic our way to the stage.
So Remy's encouraging y'all to move as a group.
I'm okay with that.
Norland's kind of like leaning on King Kenzie right now, so he's kind of going where King Kenzie's going since he rubbed his belly.
Hamsters stick with other hamsters.
What's a good point about the hamsters? I do think they're so wonderful.
And you begin to move as a group towards the stage. John Paul has run off on his own, and Xantor has run ahead on his own, and you do not see them in the ocean of people. As you approach, screeching feedback fills the air, and your spine shivers for a moment as a gut-wrenching sound pierces into your head, and in your intoxicated state, this moment feels like an eternity, but then you realize it passes in a flash, and a frog folk has picked up a banjo on the stage, and the sound you heard was the feedback as his banjo passed in front of the speakers. The concert is about to begin. A red, shaggy dog person approaches the drum set.
Check, 1, 2, check, 1, 2, check, 1, 2. Hello, check, 1, 2.
The frog folk checks the microphone. The dog folk checks the drums. From the shadows, a birdman walks out and picks up the bass. And a pig woman walks on stage to grab the microphone. La 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 la. At the keyboards, a human sits, poised to play, a beard and a mustache covering his otherwise youthful face. So as this all unfolds, the crowd murmurs. The energy grows, and you hear the chanting begin. Warlocks, 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 warlocks.
Elijah's freaking out.
Xantor's screaming, Libertad, Libertad.
What is he screaming?
Libertad. He's fucked up, so it's like he's trying to chant along, but it's going out like that.
Okay. So he's trying to say warlocks and is saying gibberish, and he...
Norland starts to howl again.
Other dog folks in the crowd join you.
Elijah's freaking out because he thinks we're actually like about to meet the warlocks, and he doesn't have his book. He's not prepared. He's high.
He's very high.
Starting to spiral.
Yeah, he's a little bit of a bad trip, and as you begin to spiral, the guitar, cha-ching, beautiful, tone-driven, electric music shoots over the mountainside. Did you roll something?
I was just rolling Constitution to see how I
How's
got
he doing?
affected. I rolled a 12 plus 2, so 14. So he's okay. I think he's starting to like realize that like this doesn't seem like what he thought.
Yeah, he's starting to understand the situation, and he also I like to think that the music itself begins to play an effect.
Calms him a little bit.
on it. The music begins to bubble over the mountainside, and you are all nearly instantly transported to a place of peace, magic, and wonder inside your own mind. You are each an island to yourself, taking in reality as the electric music resonates inside of you. It builds and peaks and flows and moves for how long you can't quite tell, and then suddenly each of your islands intersects with one another. And the liquid spittle of a dragon and the liquid spittle from Drake causes your consciousnesses to combine into a singular unitary space inside of a pocket dimension of the astral plane itself. You can still hear the vibrating music of the warlocks, but in front of you kaleidoscopic colors fold on themselves in and out of reality, growing, changing, forming. You are able to look to your left and your right and see your companions. You know that you are together in whatever is about to happen, as before you forms the magnanimous face of a giant divine being.
Whoa! Are you guys feeling this, bro? Do you hear Remy? What you guys? What y'all see that?
This is a whole nother world, man. This is fucking far out, bro.
It's looking at me.
As you say that, the giant face does in fact focus its attention exactly on Elijah Woodstone.
It's really looking at me. This is weird. I don't feel my body.
The giant face laughs, and although it is a deep, resonating tone that does inspire fear, you feel a warmth coming from this being before you.
Hello! I have not seen folks like you in some time. What brings you to the realm of Festivious?
LSD.
I ate a cookie.
I dare say, but it must have been some kind of cookie. You mortals are up to the strangest things these days. I suppose that's why we've been back, isn't it?
And he looks at you questioningly as though he's hoping you're going to answer.
What the actual fuck?
I've been here before.
I'm talking to a god.
You've been here, Elijah?
I don't know. Did he say welcome back?
Did he say welcome back?
He did not say welcome back. He said, well, he's been. Is that the reason he's been back? I don't know.
Who are you?
That's
Why
true.
are you here?
That's true.
Why are we here?
I have no idea.
There are so many things happening right now.
Do I know you?
Listen, you are, let me explain. My name is Festivious, and I am the god of...
Festivus?
Pardon, not Festivus, Festivious.
Festivious. Festivious.
Exactly, you may call me Festi. That would be appropriate. I have been brought to this realm along with the other divines by you fine folks. I am not sure what brought you here, but I know that we came back because of this groovy summer of love. Don't you know? Haven't you seen?
And he's going to look at you and take you in for a moment.
Wait! You're not from this time.
And he's going to point to Remy, Granny Glenda, Norlin, Elijah Woodstone, Xantor, and King Kenzie.
Yeah, we got sucked up in some sort of time squish, and seems like we got transported somewhere where a sort of festival was going on, but it does seem to be the same planet. It's definitely Lund,
My son,
or Lund, I should say.
allow me. You are the chosen ones. This was not foreseen. It is wonderful to greet you, and it is my duty to explain what has happened to you. We were lost from this world, my brethren and sister deities and I. Faith, hope, love, and magic, long lost from Lund, took flight when the people ceased to believe in us. Over the years, the hardships became too great. Hearts became too bitter. The warlocks were ousted from their great towers, and corpos moved in. Thousands of years turned to tens of thousands, and my brothers and sisters and I were gone from this world. Yet the evil gods, envy, greed, wrath, lust, gluttony, were allowed to flourish. As the people of Lund lost sight of what was right and what was wrong, the good gods vanished, all magic left, and all that remained was evil. But a shining light came in 1960, when that one returned.
And an arm appears out of the ether to point at King Kenzie.
The last of the kings to reach the warlocks. Do you remember what you've done, King? Do you know what you have set into motion?
I dare say what? I have no... What?
King looks flustered and roll for insight to see if you can tell if he's trying to hide something.
Dirty 20.
I got a 5. Blissfully unaware.
23.
Norland got an 11.
Remy 17.
Elijah got a 6.
So if you got over a 15, you can tell that King Kenzie is clearly trying to hide something, and he is not revealing any knowledge that he has at this point. But you can see that he's flushed, and there's clearly something going on.
I remember bits and pieces, but surely I have... This has nothing to do with me.
Come here, Sonny. Why don't you just tell us what happened? You can trust us. And Granny Glinda's gonna try to persuade him to
Yeah, roll for persuasion.
Xantor's gonna ask the godhead, like, so are you saying King's like the king? King is the key to getting us home.
I did not say that at all. Granny Glinda, what were you saying to King Kenzie?
I rolled a 19.
Yeah, so King is like,
The truth is, I really don't remember much. But what I do remember is that when I found the Warlocks, and it's true, the lost king, whose name has been stricken from the histories, the last to find the Warlocks in your time, was I. It was I. And what I asked for the Warlocks was for a chance to do the greatest good for Lund. A chance to truly be a king in a time that would matter. And I asked to be provided with the team that could help me save the fabric of Lund. I did not know I would be sent to the year 1960 and 10 years ago when I arrived, there was no magic. I had given up on any hope of... I thought the warlocks had tricked me, and so I have spent some time trying to chase down the warlocks myself, and I've been a bit misleading. I've not met them again since coming to this time. When I was a companion to the warlocks, I was in the olden days. I don't remember everything. I truly have lost some of my memories, but it would seem that
Yes,
The Godhead speaks again.
you made a wish. And like all wishes, it had its consequences. But because of your re-entry in the year 1960, faith, hope, love, magic, and my own domain, revelry, have received worshippers once more. And because of this, because of your thoughtless, thoughtful wish, your dream will come true. You have returned magic to this world, and you have a chance to help remove the corpos from the Warlocks' towers and reinstitute the Warlocks as the proper guidance of magic in this world. The Wooks that have stolen your things have been corrupted by wrath, gluttony, envy, pride, and lust. The various gangs that travel around the festivalscape have been twisted, the heavens devils tied in wrath, the burners caught in pride, the gassers and the corpos consumed by greed. The warlocks set into motion your transfer to this time with the return of magic many thousands of years ago. It is up to you now to save Lund. But I have further news. In order to save this place, you will need to go separate ways.
He points to Remy, Norland the good boy, and Brody.
While the Happy Tricksters are destined to follow the main road, Remy, with your astrolabe, you are able to locate the ancient and lost second road in the tunnels traveling beneath Lund. In the time that the Wooks stole your astrolabe, they provided it to Norland's master, and Norland's master used it to locate these underground tunnels. Brody, they will need your help and your guidance in this new world if they are to navigate to these ancient tunnels and have any hope of finding Norland's master. Surely your paths will cross again, as I know the Happy Tricksters will have their own path to walk. But the time will come soon where in order to save Lund you must separate and locate the ancient ways so that you can move beyond the sight of the corpos. While they explore this, you Happy Tricksters must continue your journey to the pilgrimage spots. Your items have been stolen by the Wooks in attempts to perform ancient ritual magics. With Parker's ashes, the burners will be able to bring pride into this world. With your book, the Wooks hope to bring gluttony into this world. You must stop them before it is too late.
The being Festivious looks at Xantor.
You walk a dangerous path.
You're telling us to split the fart party, and we're off, man. It's a fun path. What do you mean dangerous? What are you talking about?
You have made deals.
Yeah. And? Not a problem, boss.
Your debt will come due.
Your debt will come due, right? I have the power sauce of the Drake. We're good, brother.
As you speak with Festivious, the music still plays in the background. The energy of the moment unfolds around you, and then suddenly ripples flow through your astral plane. A disturbance trickles in on the horizon. In the background you hear sirens, the sound of the fuzz, and in the world that the astral plane of your combined presences and consciousnesses begins to flutter, you lose sight of one another, you lose sight of Festivious, and you return to Valley Jam to find that the field is being cleared by dozens of officers from the fuzz. Their cars have been moved onto the field, and they are ushering the tens of thousands of festival goers out as the concert has been cut short. And you hear a megaphone.
There has been murder and arson here at Valley Jam. We are shutting down the festivities until further notice. Please return to your camps and leave the grounds so that the police can investigate. Return to your camps now. Leave the property now. This is an order.
That was us, Xantor whispers to the group.
You begin to sober up.
That was a heavy trip, but we should fuck off, as they say.
Do you all move with the crowd, or do you move with haste, or sort of run to your camp, or walk to your camp?
I'm just gonna walk to not look suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
You blend in with the crowd around you as you make your way back to your camp. The campgrounds have already begun to clear out. You see members of the fuzz walking with large flashlights from camp to camp, shining them into people's eyes, into any tents remaining.
Hey, you, get the fuck out of here. It's time to go home. Party's over.
You make your way back.
Xantor tries to get on the van and get loaded up very quickly.
You make your way back to the camp, and the van is not there.
Guys, where's the van? JP, where's
Where's
the
Penny
van?
Lane? Wait a minute, where's the van? Penny's gone and the van's gone. What's going on here? And we'll pick up there next time.
Oh.
Do you want to say something?
No, I was the dang penny. No.
Yeah. We'll pick up there next time on the next thrilling installment of Wooks and Warlocks.
Round and around in the tunnel when it's dark we go, searching through the rubble for what wants to spark like a shout in the night. And the sight of the past, it can fill us with fear all night, though we know the wheel comes back after time. Oh, sweet time. And the soul will rise from the ashes. We will climb as we shout into the night. Let
Wooks and Warlocks features Anthony Ryan as Xanthor, the Bugfolk Ranger, Jesse Bennett as Granny Glenda, half Foxfolk Rogue, John Lombardi as Elijah Woodstone, the Elk Folk Wizard, and Trey Miller as Dungeon Master. Intro and outro feature the song Flight of the Phoenix by Tirefire. Recording and editing are completed in-house by the Wooks and Warlocks team, recording consultation provided by Adam Horwitz. You can find us online at Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Discord under the name Wooks and Warlocks. Links can be found in the description. If you would like to sponsor an episode of Wooks and Warlocks, please contact us at wooksandwarlocks@gmail.com. Thank you for listening.
Deep in the sky, words spoken in anger, vibrate like a neon sign in the mind's eye, multiplied by time and time again. It's those we love that we lose when we struggle with what's inside, just hoping for hope, something to ward off the fright and the soul will rise from the ashes.